Welcome everyone, it's Visix Dragomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be continuing up this extremely perilous climb and hopefully making it all the way to the top on here. Sounds easy, right? I assure you it's not. I assure you it's not. Because there's a lot of enemies and stuff in here that can just wreck your day. So that's why, no, this isn't free. This is actually really hard. This is actually really hard. I'm trying to get them low. Is if I get them low, they should be low enough that if Mortu is triggered, he should kill them. Or that'll work too. Hopefully they do lots of multiple hits on him. Like weak multiple hits. Because that's what I want to see. As the more weak multiple hits they do, the better. Because it's more likely that Mortu will have a field day with it. If that guy was lower, man. So that's what Mortu thrives on. He thrives on, people being low. Tanks, specifically. But I'll take it. I just put Mortu in for the precautionary. You know, just to be safe. Because let me tell you, if you have Mortu, you might as well use him for something. And I was like, block revives. Hell yeah, we will. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah, you want to keep her health low with... You do not want that bomb to stay on you. Because the thing about that bomb is that bomb is very destructive if it goes off. So generally speaking, you want to get rid of the bomb. You want to make sure that that bomb does not go off.
What bomb?
A bomb that there's an enemy. It's not in this specific wave, but there's an enemy that places a bomb. And if the bomb is placed, you're having a very bad time. Because what happens is, I can now demonstrate what Mortu does. Because you can't block his skill cooldown of his peril. That goes off regardless unless he's provoked. Only being provoked or another disable will stop him from periling. And I know this because I used to use him a lot. Especially in arena to deal with really annoying enemies. I will be showing Avion shortly. I was actually routing some stuff on Avion earlier today. On the other more developed file, I was routing the desert region. I was routing it because there's still stuff that I'm rusty at that was not fortuitous in terms of making an expert run. Because the expert run, you know, entails that you are very well acquainted with the regular version. So I decided to reacquaint. Thus far, okay, this is a little bit of a problem. We're gonna have to put Magnar in there because there's a lot of spirit affinity in here. Because I reminded myself that there's the reset and that I don't want to like make no progress on here. The block buffs is very useful versus did that trigger the peril? Because if it did, we've got a free... No. Because whenever it says Fiery Rage, I always look for the peril. Because peril is very useful. If you can get it off. Keywords, if you can get it off. If you have a Mortu, if you're lucky enough to have a Mortu. One of the biggest problems with Mortu is getting him to survive. Because he actually has some difficulty surviving in here. One thing is useful about him, though, is that once he gets that move off, they're off to Sovngarde. They're not coming back. Like, they are not making it out of there alive if they get that peril on them. Like, it looks like I have plenty of time. It's 7:30. I have plenty of time. You'd be surprised. Because these waves are really awful as we start to climb further into this tower. As we start to climb further and further in, you will begin to see what I'm talking about. Cleanse that. Go for him. Compress. Peril you. Focus. It's like if there's someone low and I can peril them and it'll kill, I'm going to do it. I'm going to 100% do it. And the reason for it is that whoever gets executed by that is permanently taken out of the equation. So that's very useful in high stakes stuff like this, to permanently take a member out of the equation. It doesn't matter if that member seems semi-trivial, if they're at all important in any aspect, periling them makes it better. It does. It just improves the situation. There isn't a situation I know where periling an enemy doesn't lead to some, like, if it executes, I don't know of a situation where that doesn't improve your standing in the match. If it executes. So that's one of the very valuable things about Mortu. And that guy in the background, whoever that is very annoying, so I'm going to close that real quick. Because, I'm only doing this so that I don't get behind on this account in Doom Tower by too much. Now, like I said, it looks like I have a ton of time, but I don't, because it's Doom Tower. Let's be frank here. Doom Tower is, and I did that on purpose, Doom Tower is a very scary place. Like, very scary. You want to cleanse all that off. There's a reason that I put my Reliquary Tender in here. Because I know that with the Reliquary Tender, I can make sure that the enemy team is going to have a bad time. Gonna want to put these block buffs up, because if they have anything to, like, mess with your waves, then you'll have a way out. Cleanse, perfect. I'm gonna go straight for her. I'm periling. We're doing it. I don't care. We're doing it. Because, like, I know it seems unnecessary, but I've gotta let them know I'm a problem. And the only way to really genuinely do that is by periling with that champ. That's what that champ's for. Now, the situation has changed. So what we're going to do in here instead is we're going to bring out the rest of the armada. We're going to bring her out and these two to try to continue getting decreased defense. Because the issue we have here is that since there's a negative affinity to Deacon, the decreased defense here won't necessarily land. And that could spell a egregious amount of issues. As long as the decreased defense lands, though, we're cool. But the decreased defense has to... See how it's on cooldown for 3 turns and hers is on cooldown? I'll stop with your Windows update. That's why I have War Maiden in here, because her job is to get the decreased defense when the other two are down. Because it's Ferocious Attack. The other one's Opportunity Strike. See there? Takes her out of the equation straight away. See the value? See the value of having 3 forms of decreased defense now? So that it corners the enemy. That's the Opportunity Strike. Fortunately, it didn't crit. Because if it crits, it gets a extra bonus. Increases your attack. At least on the War Maiden herself. I wish it was a full team increased attack. That would be dope. Although War Maiden is dope. She's crazy enough that I include her a lot in videos. Because I know that if she's included, she will get potentially views. Because she's that way. She gets views very similar to the way Amaranth gets views, but I don't mind. Because again, I myself can't do it, because I have a fixed appearance. I lost the dice roll on that. I'm a guy, and I don't get, you know, the ability to attract views like ladies. But I can use lady characters to help do what I cannot. To achieve the attraction that I cannot achieve myself. So that's her use. Okay. It's doable, but I just need to get up this tower. Because the problem is, if I don't get up this tower now, we are in a, what we like to call a world of pain right now. Now, the reason that I went for the, oh no, that's a Mashald. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a Mashald. Okay. Alright, yeah, that we didn't do that a moment too soon. And I'm getting him out of the equation straight away. Because I do not need... What I don't need to happen is my skills get immediately locked. Because that would be what we like to call very painful. Ferocious attack. Good, good. Unfortunately, they've got the strengthen, which is going to make this extra difficult. Okay, we got it. We got him down to the core. Now, I did that on purpose because I want to finish off some of these enemies quickly. Especially because I know that the AI likes to spam crumble, and that could be very devastating. Which I would rather prefer not to happen. I mean, Cecilia is also pretty too. It's just less obvious. Because you see her backside. Her front side looks very nice. Her backside's got the wings and the horns. We're going to need to change our strategy significantly here, because we've got a lot of spirit champs, and over the top that. Main thing is to kill the Mortus here. If we have to resort to using Visix, I will. I'm just first trying my spirit get up. Okay, this is bad. I can already tell this is going to end very badly. Okay. So, what we're going to want to do here, and this is a bit unorthodox, we're going to want to go these two, and then we're going to want her. And the reason that we want her is because she's going to make it much more doable to take out the Mortu in case he gets out of hand. Because she puts the provoke. It's very simple. She puts a provoke on him. And that provoke stops the Mortu from being an issue. I've got to be careful here. I can't use the flanged mace necessarily. There's a reason I'm trying to focus him down specifically. Because I know he's going to cause some issues. Get that provoke it. There's a reason. Because it gives me the time. The element of time. Because the problem is, if I don't get the element of time here against Mortu Macabre, the AI will automatically peril and lead to a collapse, an impending collapse in the whole order. That is Visix's job, is to prevent the impending collapse. She's one turn off of it, but it's still very dangerous. We are still in mortal peril here. Okay, we're not in mortal peril anymore. Because, like, at that point in time is the time we are in greatest danger of getting periled. Here we're going to swap the strategy out once again. And we are going to just put the usual Force Affinity goons in here. I might go for the double decreased defense strat. If this fails, I have the Madame Ceres strategy that also is useful. But it only works on this account because I only have Madame Ceres on this account. I have never... there has not been another Madame Ceres known to any of my accounts, both living or not accessible. So that is that. I probably should have killed the Warcaster before the whole event. But, I guess we can work with this. It doesn't help that there's a stinging blast in each one. Okay, now we definitely want to go for that and that. That's not exactly what I was looking for. Part of the issue with that is Hegemon is what we like to call a massive nuisance. And the reason that Hegemon is such a nuisance is because Hegemon is such a massive nuisance because Hegemon always goes first, which, for those of you who do not know, that is a very OP thing for a character to do. It doesn't help that they have a Cythalia as well, which is helping these Turvolds do well, which is not what we want. It is not what we want. Generally speaking, in this scenario, we want a lot of them provoked, because the provoke is going to lead to a lot of really powerful moves. And it's going to prevent the enemy from doing anything too extreme. That's the goal, ultimately. Is to prevent the enemy from doing anything extreme. That is the ultimate goal here. Perfect. Get him out of the picture. Good. War Maiden lived. Okay. We are definitely going to want Magna or Ally Protector both for this scenario. If we can get past this point in under 8 minutes, we can get the bonus. We do want to get rid of her. Oh, I accidentally had my other squad. It's fine though. I think we can just deal with this, because the real issue is we're running out of time. So I've got to just get this over with by any means. So that's ultimately the issue here. I've got to get this over with quickly, because we've got to move on to the boss. Unless the game forces it on me, I'm not gonna immediately change strategy. War Maiden with Cecilia will work, then War Maiden with Cecilia will work. And we're just gonna leave it like that. Keeping the defense constantly decreased of these mobs is going to be essential, because I am almost dead certain that these mobs are going to smack for hella damage. Besides, I do think we might have needed the Force Affinity anyway, due to the amount of Folies. The amount of Folies probably precluded the idea of... Okay, yeah, no, we're getting him out of the picture. I'm not letting Archmage Helmet do any weird funny business, because I know he does funny business, and I'm not interested at this point. Okay, Magma Dragon. Now, this is also where Visix comes into her own. And it's also where we're going to want as many different forms of provoke as we can. However, we do have some additional strategies that we can use versus this boss. We can put Beauregard in here and see if that helps. I told you. Oh my god. So loud. God. Please. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Yeah, I only have 5 minutes left to do this. So let's make it count. So... we do need Visix alive for this fight. If we can. Because the thing about this fight that's really spooky is the fact that if you don't provoke this boss, he becomes ridiculous. And I would rather him not become ridiculous. That would be a preference. That he does not become ridiculous. The fact that they really, really want to kill him annoys me, but at the same time I can understand it. Because he is probably going to keep my team alive. And obviously, they don't want that. Now, I'm gonna go for the despair first. Try to go for a provoke. I'm gonna go for that guaranteed provoke because again, I'm not taking risks with this boss right now. Get the ally protect up. Get Beauregard up. Get that decrease attack if we can. Everyone else gets resisted. Get the increased resist. Get a provoke. Yeah, you want to spam provoke. Off cooldown. Because you do not want this guy getting his full set of skills. You do not. You do not. Get that provoke. Perfect. Despair him. Try to get him as much damage as possible. For that ally protect. See, he helps everyone else resist, which is fine. Take the focus off him. Put up the ally protect, because he doesn't strip it. You go for provoke. Okay, he went for that, but it was all resisted. Good. There, provoke. Good. Do it again if we can. Get the shield up. You want this provoke. You really do. You just do. Just trust me. You do not want this guy getting his momentum up. Get that despair. Perfect. Get the increased resist. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. We're playing with fire now. Got the provoke. Perfect. Got him! Just in time. Just. Clutch. Clutch. Or maybe not, but close to clutch. That was close to being really clutch. And next time we're going to go further up the tower. This account's a bit behind on that, isn't it? And I will see you all then, but alternate Beauregard Dragon, Beauregard Visix strategy.